Ladies and gentlemen, in the last episode, we started off the spawn improvement project by building the jousting arena down here, and I'd like to start off this episode the way we start off any other by continuing filling in the mountain down here. There's a lot of terraforming that needs to get done, so I've filled my inventory to the brim. Let's roll that intro time-lapse. Aw, yeah. I've mentioned earlier that I want to get this entire part of custom terrain filled in by episode 25 and the world tour. What I plan to at least get done in the next few intros is filling everything in, but that doesn't mean it's done at all. In fact, far from it. I still need to decorate with all the structures and foliage that I plan to put in, so for a while it's gonna look a bit strange and like it needs something more. But give it some time and all those details will fall into place. While this is all happening, I'd like to mention that I do have a Discord server where a lot of awesome people hang out already, so if you're interested in talking to me and other builders, I recommend joining. All you have to do is click the link on my channel under the About tab, and I look forward to seeing you there. And as always, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you leave a like, as it tells me you want more of this kind of content, and it helps out the channel immensely. But for now, let's hop into first-person mode and talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. I will see you on the other side. Okay, as you can see, this is giving you a little bit of perspective how big this actually is, and I would say that this is about half of everything we need to do before episode 25, which is a bit of a lie and a truth because it would be half if I put in all the stone as well, but as you can see, I still need to do the stone. I made an effort to put in all the dirt parts as I went along because I think it just makes a lot more sense when trying to visualize it that way. So I think what I'll do in the next episode is map everything out to about here in the intro because that is where we'll stop before episode 25. And then that way the rest of the episodes can be connecting everything up, down, and filling in all these little holes. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the shape that's coming out here. I think it's going to look really, really awesome as soon as we get a lot of decorations in there, kind of like up here. And then as soon as we fill in this silly gap right here, it's going to look really, really awesome. But today, ladies and gents, I've got my gold pants on and full armor, and for good reason, and that's because we're going into the nether and we are going to be constructing ourselves a gold farm. Luckily, you guys expressed a bit of enthusiasm in the comments for this project, and that's because I'm going to be able to build so much more as soon as I have quartz and blackstone and nether brick just automated. And so what I've done is I've filled this orange shulker box with some magma blocks. Hopefully that'll be enough to cover us. And what we're going to have to do is gather some turtle eggs and trap doors. So as soon as we've got all the materials we need, we're going to have to get on top of the nether ceiling, which is something I've never done before. Once there, we'll link up a portal and make ourselves the farm. I have taken it upon myself to gather up a few materials we're gonna need here, so I've got a ton of magma blocks and some ladders, and I'm gonna be following along a Logical Geek Boy tutorial and just time-lapse me building the entire thing. But the last thing we're missing before we connect up a portal to the roof of the nether is turtle eggs, so what we're gonna do is breed up our little turtles here to get some eggs. Now, if we're lucky here, our turtles are going to start laying eggs. I know I've terraformed this beach quite a lot, so we'll see if they actually have any space to lay their eggs. That is a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go sleep in here, and then we can go collect our turtle eggs. Oh, yes, we got 4 turtle eggs over here. Now, we need 5. That's perfect. Okay, we've got all 5 we need. Let's just collect these up and do some math in the nether. Now, aside from the fact that you guys know that my nether portal is here in this area, I don't think I've really spent any time in the nether in this series. And the big reason for that is the fact that I really haven't built anything in the nether. Like, you'll see, it's just a bunch of portals taking me to different places in my world. So we can start off by turning off the fog in the nether, and that will let us see a little bit further. And as you can see, I have this little platform. This leads all the way over to a blaze farm that I use to get my fuel. This right here is a track I use to transport some villagers over to my area from a snow village. And overall, I have some other portals connecting to other areas. This staircase right here leads all all the way over to where I have my mesa biome. So this is where I go whenever I need terracotta. But for now, we're going to have to get up on the nether ceiling. And I think we're going to want to build our portal right somewhere up here. This is where we're going to dig to actually access the top of the nether. But I think we want to build our portal just somewhere right here. So let's find these coordinates. So now that we've marked out where we are, we need to go to the overworld and actually see where this connects up to, and I think we'll build that portal first. So if I go with those coordinates, that puts me right out here in the ocean, so let's pick another spot instead. In fact, I think we should just build our portal right over here on this little sand island behind the whole thing. Building our portal, obviously not rocket science. All we got to do is build it up like this. I always prefer a 3x3 portal. I don't know why, I'm weird like that. Then we just light up our portal and save the coordinates. So our coordinates are 63 minus 62, so we just got to divide that by 8 and connect this up to the roof of the nether. So our next order of business is going to be coming up here, which is very close to the roof of the nether, and we're just going to want to dig upwards here. The only dangerous thing is that we might run into some lava pockets, so we might want to grab ourselves a fire resistance potion. So now all we got to do is we got to dig upwards until we find some bedrock. Okay, that was pretty quick. As you can see, I've got the Vanilla Tweaks texture pack, so bedrock looks a little bit different, but now we're just looking for a certain type of constellation. This might actually be it. So if we check F3 here, we can actually see that the targeted block's Y value is 127, which is totally perfect. And we do have the perfect little pocket here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to place ourselves a slab right there, and, well, let's cross our fingers that this works. We got up to the roof of the nether. This is awesome. Okay, so here we are. This block right here is 8 minus 8, so we're going to build our portal right here. Now, if we're really lucky, this is going to connect right up to where we want to. Come on. And there we go. Perfect. All right, so that took us right there. With a little bit of lag, we can load in our giant mountain here. Perfect. That means we can start doing our work. So the first problem we're going to run into is the fact that these ashy particles mean that we are actually in the basalt delta biome and not in the nether wastes. So what I did is I marked out a little area right here that is going to be right in the nether wastes. So what we'll do is just build the farm right above here. So ladies and gentlemen, let's just get this thing built. I will see you on the other side. I've been waiting for the opportunity to use Pigstep during a time-lapse for a long time, and I feel like this was the most appropriate time. But as you can see, we've got tons and tons of zombified piglins falling to their death right here, so while this isn't the biggest and baddest farm, it still outputs quite a lot, as it seems. And I've been standing here for a while, so let's take a look down there to see how much gold we actually collected in this time. So if we just take a quick swoop down right here, let's see how much we collected. I left this running for, a few hours, so hopefully we've got a ton of gold. The truth is, I even emptied it a little bit right here, so we got a stack of gold blocks, but let's check if we got any more. Yeah, so this is left over from before, but it looks like we have a little... Oh, wow. Okay. We've got a lot. Does that mean that this is actually full all the way? Almost. Okay, so it's good that we are actually emptying this. So it looks like the farm actually distributes a lot more into the middle here, so we're going to have to keep that in mind, maybe add a few more chests here somehow. But for now, let's craft up a ton of gold. We got to get to bartering because that's the point of making this whole gold farm. So let's craft it up and see how much we get. All right, these are the last few nuggets to craft up into blocks. So let's see how much we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks, almost 6.5 stacks of gold blocks. That is insane. Now we just got to figure out what to do with all this zombie flesh that I got. Okay, so where do we build our bartering farm is the question, and I think we should do it just right into a wall here or something, build a little bit of a structure. We want it to be safe from ghast explosions. So I think one of our first orders of business here is going to be gathering up a few of these piglins, and what we want to do first is name tag them. So let's collect a few friends. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. And die. Okay, now all we got to do is trap our friends here in the hole. So, ooh, this guy is dangerous. Ooh, and he's got a fire aspect sword. Okay, so now let's try to trap these guys in the hole here. Hopefully they'll go for the gold. Come on. Do they need it to be ingots? Let's see if they go for this instead. Just throw an ingot down there. He's going to be looking at it. Maybe we can push him down with his friend. Perfect. Hello, friend. Hello there, friend. Hi, friend. Okay, so I've marked out these 2 holes where we've got a few friends trapped right there and right here. So now we just got to dig out our area and build our bartering farm. This shouldn't be too hard and shouldn't take too long. Honestly, let's just build a staircase going down right here. Okay, now all I gotta do is dig out a huge space here and we will be good to go. And I'll actually need the ceiling to be quite high, so something like that will probably be good. In fact, we can reach one more, so let's do it 6 tall. Okay, so I got quite a large room dug out here for us to make our bartering farm, and so the first order of business is going to be to spawn-proof this area, so I just want to lay down some carpet here and make sure that we don't get any ghasts or mobs in here. So, as you can see, I've constructed this little redstone machine right here, and basically what it does is it just feeds the piglin the gold over time. And so, let's build another one right here. We're going to have several of these lined up right here. To save on space, I put the first chest down here in the ground, and then we just build the chests up. We want 4 of them going up like this. Then we, of course, need our hopper line, so the hoppers are going to be going into the chests like this. The reason this works is because hoppers prioritize downwards movement first, so the items will be sucked down to the bottom chest before they start flowing into the consecutive ones. Next up, we've got this hopper right here, and all we got to do is place a carpet right here. I'll explain why later, and then we have to place down this glass. So the glass goes like this. Then what we want to do is grab ourselves a redstone torch, put it below here, and we're going to want to place a dropper right up here. The dropper here is going to be dropping the gold. And by using this clock that drops the gold onto a pressure plate, and then which deactivates the redstone torch back there. From there, the torch is only going to get activated when our piglin picks up the gold ingot from right here, which is why he has to stand on a carpet. And as soon as that happens, we get a new one coming out. So this is a perfect design, to be honest. All I gotta do now is repeat this design about probably 4 times more. I mean, ideally, we're gonna expand this more and more and more over time, but I think for now, let's build 6 of these holding cells. Okay, the stations are built. Now we just gotta get piglins down here, and I don't think this will be too bad. We'll just dig holes from where we have our piglins stored. Oh my goodness, that's why they're squealing so much. Okay, but I think all we got to do is just dig down from right here, and it should take us into our area right here. So, okay, that's getting a little bit too cramped. Let's just hope that they despawn when we fly back here. Okay, well, all of them seem to be trying to get out of here, so let's just throw some gold down here, and maybe we can block it off. Okay, I think we can probably try to lure this guy in this holding cell right here. Please do it. Please, please, please. Come on. Walk in there. Yes, he's trapped. Yes, yes, yes. All we need him to do is see the final one. Come on. Okay, boys. I think we got him. I think we got you, friend. Perfect. Yes. Now run in there, please. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. So the final thing we need to do here is place in the glass block above the piglins, and since they're standing on carpets, I don't think that's going to be super easy, but let's see. Yeah, we're not able to just place it like this, so what we need to do is actually push this block with a piston. So theoretically, we should just be able to power that right in there. Perfect. So let's just do the same all over here. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now all we need is some way to actually access our droppers over there. So let's maybe dig out a staircase right here. My pickaxe is definitely getting dangerously low. Let me patch that up before I keep going here, before you guys say, oh no, it's gonna break. Okay, so I built this makeshift staircase. We're gonna have to revamp the interior of this place because it's not looking great with all the netherrack. But for now and for this episode, I think this is gonna do. So let's just fill these up with some gold. So all we gotta do is craft these down to ingots and fill up these droppers right here. Once our droppers are loaded, all we got to do is press the button on each of these, and that should release a gold ingot for them to pick up. Perfect. And all we got to do is press these for all the piglins. Once that is all done, all we got to do is wait here and AFK until we get everything that we need. So as you guys can see, if we reach the bottom chest down here, we are getting materials galore in each of these chests. So what I'm going to do is AFK until this gold is gone, and we're going to see exactly how much we get. All right, it's been a little while, and I've been AFK, and look at all this awesome stuff we have. Like, look at all this Blackstone. Yes, and look at all that gravel and quartz. This is amazing, guys. There's so much great stuff in here. Like, now we can build with nether bricks. I guess we kind of have a secondary iron farm, although it won't yield us all that much. But the gravel and the Blackstone and quartz are definitely the best things. But guys, that is not everything I want to do in this video. In fact, I really want to ask you guys a question. And that question has to do with what we're going to do in the next episode. See, I kind of have it all planned out, everything we're going to do before the world tour, and the episode right before 25, so that would be episode 24, is just going to be a lot of preparation. So we're going to be putting some secrets in here, a few that I'll show on screen, a few that I'll show off, well, not show exactly, but, you know, that I'll do off screen. And getting a lot of things done, like building a few houses here and there, trees, and getting everything ready for you guys to have a good time here with the world download. But for episode 21, 22, and 23, I want to do one episode where I focus a lot on the spawn improvement project over here. One of the episodes is going to be a castle tour where I tour everything, build the interior for this whole part of the castle, and we do a lot of bits and bobs here right next to the castle. There's a gatehouse that needs to be built right here, and then we need to naturify this whole area, put in the paths. And then the final thing we need to do is build our automatic storage room. I seriously need a storage room in this world. Like, it is out of control at this point how I don't have a proper one. So those three are your options: the automatic storage room, the spawn improvement project, and the castle tour. And so I would just like to know, which one do you want as the next episode? I'll leave it up to a vote. We're going to be doing all those things anyway, so don't you worry about it, but just let me know which one you would prefer. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that does it for this episode. It was kind of a short one. It wasn't really a building episode, but it's going to allow for a lot of building in the future with all those awesome blocks. So if you stuck it out all the way to the end of this video, then you're the champ, and I appreciate your existence. And as always, until we see each other next time, have a good one.